This week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
And we talking about LSU, Miami, Florida State, VTech. It's two pick'em games. We bringing it back in dramatic fashion. Spade team, the Canes, versus LSU, the Tigers. Florida State, the Noles, playing against VTech. What's a hoagie?
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sport podcast in all the land.
We back, True.
No, cuz it's been a minute, but we back. When I say we back, and we the realest in all the land, I mean in all the land, bruh.
Facts. True.
So listen, folks, it's been a while. A lot has changed. Your boy, I'm a little bit under the weather. I know you probably can hear it in my voice, but we still got a job to do, man. We back to hit you guys with sports news of the previous week, man. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to deliver this news with no sugarcoating, no BS, and no biases, man. Only the strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you guys have watched our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, because we everywhere. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade, the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, {LeParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade!
Bro, this is like the flu game for me, bro.
The flu game?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Spade, I want to talk to the people a little bit. Listen,
all right.
I asked you guys to go through, leave a rating, rate the podcast on iTunes, leave a review, and you guys did that in a tremendous fashion. And I want to thank you guys. Continue to do that. Share the podcast. Share it with your friends if they sport fans. College football. Hey, Spade, this is our time right here. College football about to come back. But college football is back.
It's
NFL
back.
is about to come back next week. NBA, and once you get into NFL and college, NBA is right around the corner. This our time. This is our time. Spade, I feel like we kind of pimped the summer, made the summer fun for the guys that, that watch, that support Strong Arm Sports, because the summer usually a little bit slow with news and baseball and all that, but we back. This is our time of the year right here. Spade, we're going to start in the NBA.
Let's do it.
I guess it's big news. I mean, it was some news that had us like, yo, I don't think we seen it happening because we was like, nobody would do it. But if somebody would do it, it would definitely be the Phoenix damn Suns. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the Houston Rockets busted move and traded Ryan Anderson and DeAnthony Melton to the Phoenix Suns for Marquise Chris and Brandon Knight. Spade, first of all, I got to ask you, did you see anybody, and I think, don't get me wrong, if I'm not mistaken, I read that Ryan Anderson actually lowered his guaranteed money from like 20 M's to like 15 M's. So, in the NBA, the money got to match with a trade. So he lowered his guaranteed money from $20 million a year to $15 million a year. So him and Brandon Knight contract can match so the trade can happen. So, I mean, maybe Ryan Anderson wanted out of Houston too. But, Spade, did you see anybody? Did you see Houston finding anybody before this happened trading for Ryan Anderson? And how do you feel about? Because you like a Houston fan, low key. You a Houston fan. But how do you feel about what Houston got in return with Marquise Chris and Brandon Knight?
I think, believe it or not, you ain't really gonna like this, but I think the trade kind of worked for both teams, bro. I think it worked for both teams. First of all, I didn't see anybody touching Ryan Anderson.
Whoever got Ryan Anderson lost, bro.
Hold up. I didn't see anybody touching Ryan Anderson contract, but hold on. Ryan Anderson can give the Suns a much-needed offensive scoring boost. Ryan Anderson just can't guard any. Yes, he just can't guard.
So we out here. Okay, go ahead, Spade. Go
He
ahead.
just can't guard anybody. He still can score. He can. I'm telling you, he can score.
But Phoenix can score. Phoenix was dropping like 100 and some points a game. They need defense.
I mean, if you feel like what the Suns need is defense, then obviously they did not get better. I think the Suns need more offense. Look, if you can't get I think they need more offense, bro.
Wow. Go ahead.
Now you go, and then I'll close it out.
I think they need defenders. I think with Booker, TJ Warren, you got those guys. I feel like you need guys that can get stops, and I felt like they felt that too. That's why they signed a guy like Trevor Ariza in free agency. I feel like they feel they got to get stops, and I agree with that. Now, regardless of how we feel about Trevor Ariza scoring-wise, being in the corner and missing shots, we know he's a lengthy defender that can guard multiple positions, and I felt like that's why they got Ariza. Now, listen, I don't know why it never worked out with Marquise Chris. I actually like Marquise Chris.
8 points a game.
But I mean, he's a young player, and I feel like these guys traded a young asset to get an older, slower, I don't even want to say version of Marquise Chris, but Ryan Anderson, if he ain't spotting up shooting, which I don't think Phoenix, we already know Devin Booker. We already know Booker is about to be that guy out there. He just signed that huge deal out there. I feel like the second option is going to be probably TJ Warren. But probably going to be TJ and Spade. They got Ayton. I guess Ayton, they got Ayton for some. We don't know how he's going to, what his game going to translate to. But, I mean, Spade, who's their point guard? It's just so many questions with Phoenix over there. They let go Elfrid Payton. I felt like Elfrid Payton could have helped get Ayton some easy baskets. Now Elfrid Payton is down there in Noya, and who's their point guard? When I wrote that on Twitter, Spade, people was telling me Devin Booker is going to play the point. Why?
No, he's not. No,
he's an off-ball scorer. Like, why would they put him at the point? Who's their point guard?
It's going to be this kid named Shaq Harrison. They're expecting this kid to step up and play big. They move Bledsoe, they move Knight, who I actually like. But here's what I think, and I could be completely wrong. What I think they want to do is set this team up to be a good inside-outside team. So they're going to have Ayton. I know Ayton got a little bit of range, but he ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like that. And I think what they want to do is give Ayton a situation where if they try to double team, it ain't going to be nothing but shooters around the perimeter to knock the shot down. That's what I think they want to do. And Chris wasn't that dude. I know he's young, but he ain't got a jumper like that. I still didn't see anybody taking Ryan Anderson. Let me be the first to say that.
But they keep Bender.
But Bender ain't going to, I don't think he ain't going to play like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. People keep coming back telling me that Dragon Bender, that dude, he might be, I don't know. I ain't seen enough to say he is or he isn't. I do know that Ryan Anderson can shoot. I know if anything else, he can make the defense pay. If you're going to leave Ryan Anderson at the perimeter, he going to make the defense pay. That I know. Now, you got a damn good point. If you feel like they need to get better defensively, they most definitely did not get better defensively. They did not.
I mean, they did take Mikal Bridges. They have him. I forgot about Josh Jackson, but he's still there. They got some nice young pieces. But when I felt like letting Elfrid Payton go, a guy that I feel like can get a lot of these players easy looks and can be a leader on this young team. I think they goofed letting him walk. I don't know. Agree. Now Shaq Harrison, I've seen him play a lot. I don't think he's the facilitator that Elfrid Payton is. Now, I know a lot of people going to be like, well, people was leaving Elfrid Payton wide open. That ain't why you signing Elfrid Payton. The same reason why you not. Now, I'm not saying Elfrid Payton is Rondo. I'm just talking about as far as facilitating.
I can see the comparison, though. I see the comparison.
But I'm just talking about as far as facilitating. That is why you get a Rondo. You get Rondo for his leadership as well. I don't know if Elfrid Payton is the leader that Rondo is, but I'm talking about in terms of getting these young guys easy looks at the basket, especially a young guy like Ayton. I felt like...
Yeah, but Ayton just going to go in the post, put his back to the basket, seal off the defender, and call for it. So maybe, and I could be completely wrong, and if I am, LaParis, you already know they're going to come through and let me know. But maybe after the acquisition of Ayton, they decided, you know what? We're going to do something completely different on offense. We're going to work from the inside out. We know Devin Booker can go one-on-one if need to. He can create his own shot. You know, you and I, man, we both like TJ Warren. Warren can get a bucket. Like that dude, I think he averaged 20 last year. If he didn't, he was pretty damn close to it. So you got both of those guys who can who can create. Now you just want to sprinkle in some guys who can just knock down open shots. And I'm telling you, this league has changed so much. It's a three-point shooting league. If Ayton can dominate his guy one-on-one, if Booker can dominate his guy one-on-one, if Warren can dominate his guy one-on-one, what you're going to create is a lot of situations where the defense is going to break. And you're going to want some guys who can make the defense pay, and I still think Ryan Anderson can be that guy. Now, I would not have paid that. I wouldn't have done that. On the flip side,
the Houston side, though?
Now, this one right here somewhat confuses me. Because, look, before they got Knight, they got Michael Carter-Williams, who is not a great shooter, but I felt like he fit their offense. I was like, oh, this whole pick and roll, facilitator on ball, get to the basket, break the defense.
Let me interrupt
you got shooters out there.
Let me interrupt you. We know, for whatever reason, I feel like only me and you probably the only people that like Michael Carter-Williams. Everybody else don't like this guy. So them getting Brandon Knight, and I know he's coming off an injury, so I don't know if he's all the way healed and ready, but I kind of feel like they going to use Michael Carter-Williams as trade bait. For whatever reason, Michael Carter-Williams cannot find a home and stick around for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they don't like
only
about
me
the
and
guy,
you like Michael Carter-Williams. Everybody else
I felt like he was a good fit. I'm going to be honest with you. With Brandon Knight there, I don't know what's going to happen with Michael Carter-Williams. I really don't. So that's the only reason. Don't get me wrong. I like Brandon Knight, but I don't know.
Michael Carter-Williams kind of the same guy. I think Brandon Knight is a solid player, but for whatever reason, he can't find a home. Now, I know he's been injured over the past couple of years, but for whatever reason, he cannot find a home and just stick around somewhere that he's always on the move. He's always on the move.
Let's move forward, bro.
We can move on.
All right. Since we talking NBA to start this thing off, man, I got some news. I don't really know how I feel about this, man. I'm a little bit sad about it, man.
Sad?
Manu Ginobili decided, yeah, man.
It's time.
Lefty. He's one of the original Euro step masters, and Manu decided to tie them laces together and throw them kicks up on the power line. He announced that he is officially retiring. He did, however, say he want to stay in the San Antonio area. He says kids have already started school there, and he wants to offer his help to the team. Paris, are you saddened by this? Because I am, bro.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Manu was probably one of the first guys, if not the guy, that brought the Euro step to the NBA. Am I correct? Or was people Euro stepping before Manu? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know Manu kind of made it popular, right?
Manu, I was finna say, but he was cold with it, bro. Him and D-Wade had two. They was definitely two of the best Euro finishers in the league, in my opinion.
I don't want to say I'm sad, Spade, but I mean, Manu is definitely a pro's pro. When I say that, I mean he's one of those guys. People, his teammates don't have a bad thing. Usually, when you're around a person that long, you can be like, man, he's a good guy, but or this, he came to work, but and everybody just had nice things to say about Manu, and I mean, he seemed like the cornerstone professional that especially. The Spurs was the right team for Manu Ginobili. Like it was a perfect fit. It was the perfect fit. He's unselfish. The guy, he could have easily been a starter. He could have easily left San Antonio, been a starter. Manu decided to come off the bench, and there's a lot of guys, Spade, that we know in the NBA that like, nah, I'm not coming off the bench. I'm not about to do that. But Manu sacrificed probably a lot more points. A lot more notoriety. I feel like he got notoriety, but a lot more notoriety because he decided to stay with the Spurs and play off the bench. But I think Manu's a Hall of Famer, bro. I think he's a Hall of Famer, and he had a very good career, very good career.
Yeah, man. I just feel like Manu was one of those guys that he still represented old school basketball, and those guys are phasing out more and more. Vince Carter's still hanging around the league. I think Zebo's still hanging around and seeing them drop off one by one. It's a little bit sad to me, man. I'm just an old school guy, and I appreciate that old brand of basketball. I hate to see Manu hanging up, man. But I do like that he's leaving when he's still, don't get me wrong, I think he only averaged, 8 or 9 points a game last year, like you said, a much reduced role, not necessarily because he couldn't produce, because he didn't fight for his spot. He said, you know what, let's give it to the young guys. I'll be that guy to come off the bench and give us a spark and, share my knowledge with the guys. But he didn't stay until he was just bad. Like, I kind of hate when players hang around to the point where you go, ooh, he should have.
Tony Parker.
He should have left a couple years ago.
Tony Parker.
I like that he left. I like that he left with still a little bit of something in the tank. So, yeah, Manu, help them guys out, man. He said he want to hang around and help the Spurs out. I think they need to give him a job, especially considering they expecting Pop to only coach another year or two and be done. So, yeah, man, who knows? Maybe Manu step right in and take that head coaching job and continue that same culture just like Pop was still there. That'll be wild.
Shout out to David West because he also decided to retire. If he left, he retired from the Warriors, and I mean, I think he won 2 rings. He
2 rings.
Went to the All-Star, like a 2 or 3 time All-Star. I don't really have it in front of me, but I mean, went to the All-Star games a few times, won some rings. Shout out to people who look at David West at Golden State Spade and be like, oh, they got David West. People don't remember when David West was with the New Orleans Hornets. He was not to be played with. Like, he got it in. Like, David West was that guy. So, shout out to him. He called it a career as well.
2-time champ, 2-time All-Star.
Yeah.
What else was he? He was AP National Player of the Year in 03.
I was going to ask you if David West going to be a Hall of Famer, but the NBA put everybody in the Hall of Fame, so more than likely probably will. Because they put everybody in.
So, you just gonna do him like that? I mean, He had a stretch at the end of New Orleans where he was that dude, man. 17 a game, 18 a game, 21 a game, 21 a game, 19 a game, 19 a game. Like, them last few years in New Orleans, man, he was that dude. So you look at his career numbers, it's only 14 a game and 6 boards. I don't think that's strong enough, but who knows? Like you said, man, who knows? Who knows?
Spade.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to take it to the meat and potatoes. That's the NFL, baby.
NBA.
That's the NFL, baby. NFL is on its way back. Preseason is out. Thank God. Hopefully your favorite team was able to get out of preseason with minimal injuries. But if you guys didn't know, me and Spade talked about Khalil Mack a few shows back. Talked about Khalil Mack, and I told Spade, I said, I kind of think this thing right here in Oakland with Khalil Mack is ugly, and I think he's going to get traded. And Spade, a blockbuster happened today. Khalil Mack traded to the Bears. Now, before you go, Spade, let me just break it down for you guys. The Bears get Khalil Mack, a 2020 second-round pick from the Raiders, and a conditional 2020 fifth-round pick. Also, the Raiders get a 2019 first-round pick, a 2019 first-round pick, a 2020 first-round pick, a 2020 third-round pick, and a 2019 sixth-round pick. Listen, Spade, before you go, I want to say I think the Raiders got finesse. Now, I know somebody's going to be like, how did they get finesse? They got 2 first-round picks. Spade, it got me to thinking. The Raiders be jacking up first-round picks. Spade, I had to go all the way back. Okay, now, if you want to say Amari Cooper, I think the verdict is still out on Amari Cooper. I think we think he's a good player. I think we think he's a good player, but he had a lot of issues with drops. On 2016, they drafted in the first round Carl Joseph, a safety from West Virginia. Last year, 2017, they drafted Conley, the cornerback from Ohio State. They didn't. I don't even think that guy started for them last year. They did not like what they saw from that kid last year. And this year, who I think is their best player in this past year, 2018 draft, Colton Miller was a tackle from UCLA. I think he was one of the best linemen in this draft. I think he's a stud. But 2014, they drafted Khalil Mack, Derek Carr, Gabe Jackson. They got some talent in that 2014 draft. But the year before that, 2013, DJ Hayton, they got him out of Oakland ASAP. That dude did not last long. I'm looking at their first round picks, and aside from Amari Cooper, Spade, and Khalil Mack in the first round, I'm looking at their first round picks. That the verdict is still out on Conley, and I think Colton Miller is going to be a perennial Pro Bowler. I think he's a stud at tackle. I'm looking at their first round picks from the last couple of years, Spade, and these guys. 2010, Rolando McClain. We know he didn't last in the league. He ended up with the Cowboys.
That was a Bama
Darius
backer, right?
Hayward Bay in 2009, Spade. So people are like, oh my God, the Raiders got 2 first-round picks. They've been goofing on first-round picks for probably the last 10 years. I don't know, Spade.
Sound like they got it right as of late, though. As of late, they sound like they're getting it right.
I mean, we willing to say that Conley is living up to first round? I think he was like pick number 4 or something. Oh, 24, pick 24. First round pick 24. We willing to say he living up to that? A first round corner? I don't know. I mean,
maybe not.
Amari Cooper was pick number 4. Amari Cooper has had a ton of drop problems, Spade. Maybe this year. I mean, I think he's a solid wide receiver. But first round number 4, we expecting better. I am, at least. Let me speak for myself. I'm expecting better. But go ahead, Spade. How do you feel about this trade? Who won the trade?
Well, I mean, easily. Anytime you get a defensive player of the year, you won the trade. So the Bears won the trade easily.
Okay.
And don't look now, but the Bears making some moves over there that's got me looking like,
let me mention this too, Spade. Also, I don't mean to cut you off, bro. The
Nah,
Raiders also traded with the Bills for AJ McCarron, and I think they sent the Bills back a 5th round pick. So they just giving picks. So they sent the Bills a 5th round pick for AJ McCarron. That happened too. Let me throw that in there. That little tidbit.
Man, I don't feel so bad about the 5th round pick. I don't necessarily understand the value of AJ McCarron, but that's neither here nor there. But look, man, if you looking at Chicago look like they trying to figure this thing out, man.
Hey, I'm trying to tell
look
you.
Like they trying to do something.
I'm trying to tell you. They got AR-15. I mean, regardless how you feel about Trubisky, they got a young quarterback. They got a solid running back. They got a scat back in Cohen. They got some receivers. That defense was tough last year. They was in a lot of games last year. You had a guy, Spade. I'm one of them dudes. I did this with you during the NBA season. We talked about. I've been cutting you off a lot, bro. I apologize.
No, you good.
But we've been talking a lot about. We were talking a lot during the NBA season about Kawhi, and I was like, we gotta feel like Kawhi at least make the Spurs, at least me, make the Spurs at least 10 games better. I think LeBron James, whatever the Lakers' record last year was, I think LeBron James make the Lakers 15 to 20 games better. So I feel Khalil Mack can get you 3 wins. So whatever people had, if you had the Bears 8-8. I feel like Khalil Mack can get you 3 more wins. That's how I feel. So if you had the Bills 7-9, I feel like Khalil Mack can get you 3 wins. They easily 10-6. That's how I feel. That's how good Khalil Mack is. The Bears won this trade. I feel like the Raiders got finesse, bro.
Yeah, like I said, you don't get a defensive player of the year and lose a trade. You don't. Khalil Mack is still fairly young at 27. He's insanely talented, and now I think if he didn't already have it, I think he got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Now, don't get me wrong, he got to Chicago broke him off. He's well paid, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's the highest paid defensive player in the league right now.
6 years, 141, 23.5 per year, and includes $90 million guaranteed and $60 million at signing. Woo!
Yeah, he's straight. But I still think it's going to be something in him that's like, the Raiders actually didn't want to pay me like I was 2016 Defensive Player of the Year. I won the Buckets Award, and they didn't want to pay me. I think he's going to play with a little bit of extra fire this year. The only thing I want to see is how the Bears are going to use him. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, the Bears got some pieces, too. They got Akeem Hicks. They got Leonard Floyd. And I just don't know, I don't know if they're going to have him as a stand-up backer, if they're going to let him continue to do what they do rushing off that edge. But either way, man, Chicago won, hands down. Hands down.
I think with a guy like Khalil Mack, you call Khalil Mack in the office and said, Khalil, what you want to do? Whatever Khalil want to play,
I agree.
That's what Khalil play.
Khalil,
you want to play, Khalil?
You want to do?
Yeah, what you want to do, Khalil? Because wherever you want to play,
there's somebody right there.
You want to play, that's why I'm putting that kid.
I agree, bro.
The Bears is an interesting team now, Spade. You want to have Leonard Floyd, who can get after the quarterback himself on one side, Khalil Mack on the other side, Aaron Rodgers, and we know Minnesota just paid for Cousins. Who else over there? Matthew Stafford. Hey, quarterbacks in that division better watch out, because the Bears.
You ain't never lied.
Okay. Oh, listen, I'm interested to see what. I just hope the Raiders, Oakland, Las Vegas, wherever you at, you done traded and got these 2 first-round picks. You cannot. You traded Khalil Mack, the lone bright spot on that defense. You cannot goof these picks up, Oakland. You cannot goof them up.
I'm tell you something else. And you and I always talk about this, but Oakland already kind of got some question marks in their secondary. Mm-hmm. I think taking a pass rusher like Khalil Mack off the field going to put even more pressure on that secondary, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to be interested in seeing how the Raiders play this year. Let's move forward, though, bro.
Let's get it.
Listen, man, if your name was Aaron, this was a great week for you, man. Aaron Donald, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Hall. I'm just kidding. I don't know about Aaron Hall. But the other two, I know had a great week, man. In case you didn't know, Aaron Donald, 18 long months of negotiations came to an end Friday when he got read up. And for a little while, he was the highest paid defensive player in the league until Chicago said, hold my bill, let me get Khalil Mack.
Hold my bill. Probably for about 15 hours, he was the highest paid defensive player in the league.
Yeah, man, not even a full day. Aaron Donald signed at the time, record deal, 6 years, $135 million extension. Mm-hmm. And this is great. Like, even though it was taking a long time to get it worked out with Aaron Donald, it never felt like the same situation with the Raiders. And LaParis, I think you can attest to this. Yeah. Anytime they talked to somebody from the Rams, they was like, we feel like we close. If we not close, we're going to figure it out. You know, and then when you was hearing anything from the Raiders camp, it would just be like, well, we're not close. And it never really felt like that Raider deal was going to happen. And nothing in me told me that they was going to be willing to let Khalil walk. Like, I ain't see that coming. But on the weird flip side of things, it always felt like the Rams was going to get it done, and they finally did get it done. Now, LaParis, I'm going to pitch it to you. You know your boy a little under the weather. I feel crazy. I can't breathe. Let everybody know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers for me, bro.
Aaron Rodgers signed a massive contract to remain with the Green Bay Packers. He got a 4-year, $134 million extension. Spade. Total guarantees, $100 million. A run. It was a great week for Aaron. I'm gonna talk about Aaron Rodgers a little bit. I think it's well deserved. Spade. Aaron Rodgers. We do our top fives every year. He is the best quarterback in the league to me. I know New England fans about to be down there and be like, oh, with Tom Brady, this and that. Bruh, we seen what Green Bay is without Aaron Rodgers. And you want to talk about a guy that can? I just say Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack gets you three wins. I think Aaron Rodgers gets you 6 wins. 6. Like that's how good that guy is. Aaron Rodgers, Spade. He's been my nemesis. Green Bay done ousted us out the playoffs a few damn times. I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers.
Beat up though, bro.
You said he's beat up?
Yeah, he be kind of getting beat up a little bit, man.
He do. I mean, and I heard a lot of the experts saying Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have took this much money because they want to be able. With Aaron Rodgers getting this much money, they won't be able to build that defense. They're gonna have to just build it in the draft. They won't be able to sign some offensive linemen. That's why the past couple of years they knew they was gonna have to pay Aaron Rodgers, and some of the offensive linemen that they had, they went to other teams. But listen, you gotta keep Aaron Rodgers happy. Whatever you gotta do to keep Aaron Rodgers happy, because you know what it is without that guy. As far as Aaron Donald, Spade, you know how I feel about Aaron Donald since college, but you gotta pay this. I don't understand. That's why I don't get the Raiders. I don't understand. The best player on your defense, you gotta play these guys. Now in the Rams case, they got a chance, and before they have to re-up guys like the quarterback, Goff, you gotta go get it right now. You gotta go try and get it right now. You done traded for these corners. You done got Ndamukong Suh. You got Todd Gurley. You done paid Cooks. You gotta go get it right now. It's no excuses for the Rams. So if they come out flat, I'm gonna be disappointed in the Rams. You guys they have all the talent in the world, Spade. They need to go get it right now. Right now. Right now.
I agree.
But I think both of these guys deserve their money.
Around the corner.
That's right. I think both of these guys deserve their money. I'm happy. I'm always for a player getting his bread. I'm happy Khalil Mack got paid. I'm just shocked that the Raiders let Khalil Mack go. I think the Rams did the right thing with Aaron Donald, and I think the Green Bay Packers did the right thing with Aaron Rodgers.
Let me ask you a question about Aaron Rodgers before we move forward. Now, Aaron Rodgers is in his 30s. Let me figure it out. Let me get it for sure. He's 34 years old. It should also be noted that his first 3 years in the league, Brett Favre was doing that. I'm going to play one more. Yeah. So even though he's 34, which is a little long in the tooth, the game is changing. Quarterbacks are playing even longer. These quarterbacks, they don't never want to leave, man. Like, the NFL continues to try to make the game safer and safer, and, you know, as a result, I feel like quarterbacks are lasting a whole lot longer, man. So I guess kudos to the NFL. They got to be doing something right. Quarterbacks are playing till they damn near 40 years old. Right. But I do want to ask you this. I just looked it up, man. He had 3 years in a row of playing all 16 games. So 2014, 15, and 16, he did his thing. Only played 7 games last season. Does that somewhat concern you? 34 years old, coming off a season where he had some injuries.
It was a collarbone
at all, or you got zero concern? I know, and you know how that goes.
The funny thing is, I'm such. Listen, I'm with Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Aaron Rodgers' injury from last year will hinder him this year. Hopefully, he be a little smarter. Don't take big hits when it's you in the back and he coming down the pipe. You got to do the Peyton Manning. You got to just get down. It's a sack. Take the sack because you're too important to your team to be taking those hits. So I feel like Aaron Rodgers will be fine. It's football. It's a physical game. Injuries happen. You just hope that Aaron Rodgers, don't get another bad injury or let another big linebacker like my man from Minnesota, Anthony Barr, fall on him awkwardly and break his collarbone. He just got to be a little smarter. When you see sometimes extending the play, sometimes you just got to throw it away, get down, take the sack, whatever, and just be a little smarter. But I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers.
He might be the reason why it's a rule now. I was watching a preseason game where to me it looked like a great tackle, man.
Yeah.
Defender got his pads in the chest area of the quarterback, had his helmet to the side of him. Good wrap-up tackle, took him down. They threw a flag and said that it was roughing the passer because he let his body weight fall on the QB. So these rules, man.
I got a problem with that, but it's the NFL now. Just put flags on the quarterbacks. Put them little pink jerseys on them so they don't can't touch them.
Red jerseys on them, yeah, man.
Word.
Yeah.
Spade, but you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of people getting paid, man. Gotta take it to New York. Spade, we was talking about Odell Beckham. He wanted a contract extension in. The Giants obliged. They gave him 5 years, $95 million, $65 million guarantee. We don't got to spend a lot of time on Odell. I feel like Odell is one of the top receivers in the league. He don't have one of the top quarterbacks in the league, but I feel like he's one of the top wide receivers in the league. Talk to me about Odell getting that bread. 5 years, $95 million, $65 M's guaranteed.
He deserves it, hands down. I mean, the dude deserves it. You know what people gonna say, and I hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because other people gonna say it.
Right.
The storyline on this is that Odell didn't sit out of any camp. You know what I'm saying? He went out, he playing in the preseason, and they just gonna say he handled it well. Everybody knew he wanted more money. He didn't make a scene, and they got him taken care of. Obviously, man, you take Odell off that team, and
now you asked me about Aaron Rodgers and his injuries. You don't have a problem with Odell and his maturity?
I don't. I mean, because he's still young, man. So, I think it's a lot of players. Man, you know what I always marvel at, man? When I see Randy Moss on TV, and he's an older guy, and man, I remember when Randy Moss was cutting a whole fool out there, dog. The whole fool. Yeah. So, maturity a lot of times is something that you continue to obtain as you continue to live life, man. He's a young guy. He got thrust into superstardom. Not stardom, superstardom. Like, it's crazy to imagine that him and Juice was teammates at LSU. I'm going to be honest, I never thought either one of those dudes was going to be what they turned out to be. Odell Beckham is a top 5 receiver, top 3 receiver in this league, hands down. Jarvis Landry coming off a season where he just led the league in receptions. And, he got thrust into superstardom, man, and it came at him fast. I can only imagine. He's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Odell getting paid. I don't have a problem. Man, I know young me. And picture young me with $100 million. Good God. So I can just imagine.
Me with $100 million scared the hell out of me.
Listen, man. I mean, I think Odell is worth it. I think we seen what that team is like without Odell last year. We seen what they were like. And I just feel like he's too important to that team. Now, I know they got some other weapons. They got Ingram. They got Saquon. They got a few other receivers. So now it looks like the Giants have some weapons. Can they bring it together though? Can they make it work together? Can Eli and these receivers and with Saquon and the tight end get on the same page? We know Eli. I'm gonna tell you one thing. The thing that worried me about Eli, it ain't the regular season. But if the Giants get to the playoff Eli is a thing. Like, he's a thing. He's really a thing. So I feel like the Giants is one of them teams. Ain't nobody really talking about the Giants, and it'd be crazy because I said this on a previous show. This would be one of the years when the Giants will sneak up on people. They'll sneak up on people and they'll be 10-6 or 9-7 or 11-5, and people be like, "Damn, look at the Giants." I mean, and the whole NFC East have a very tough schedule. I think the Giants open up with the Jags, so we about to find out what's going on. I don't have the schedule in front of me. Somebody gonna correct me if I'm wrong. The Giants open with the Jags, if I'm not mistaken. I mean,
take a gander at that for you.
Yeah, we're gonna find. We're gonna find
out. Jags, then Dallas.
We're gonna find out Odell versus Ramsey, and we know Spade. Ramsey has been very mouthy this offseason. He's been talking, so we're about to find out what the Giants about. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm not mad at Odell getting his money. I'm not concerned about his maturity. Like I said, young me was crazy, and I have $100 million. So I can just imagine.
$100, I was cutting it down for you.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. But we can move on,
man.
bro.
Let's move forward, and this time we get a chance to play TMZ. If you want to, we get a chance to report on sports where it's not necessarily about what's going on the field. So we're going to go out to Cleveland for this, but we better go briskly because if we get there too late, he might not be there anymore. Let's talk about linebacker Mychal Kendricks, who shockingly, at least it was shocking to me, was kind of pinged for insider trading and released a statement saying, "I was involved in insider trading. I'm deeply sorry. You know, I trusted a friend because he went to Harvard." Y'all got to stop thinking when people go to certain schools that means something. You got to stop thinking that.
There's criminals everywhere.
You know, my friend went to Harvard and I trusted him and I believed him, and you know, I'm deeply sorry. And I was like, oh snap, insider trading? I think they said that he turned 80 grand into over $1 million.
I think 1.8 million if I'm not mistaken.
Cut me in on that, Mychal.
Million.
I ain't even got 80 grand, but what can I get for 8 grand? What can we turn 8 grand into, Mychal? Hit your boy out. But no, jokes aside, man, Mychal Kendricks, after releasing this statement, Cleveland said, "Yo, we good, dog." And they said they was out. He has been released by the Cleveland Browns. And this is no laughing matter. I'm cracking jokes, but on some serious stuff. If convicted, man, I think this accusation, as I'm gonna call it, what should I call it, man? This offense could get up to 25 years in the pen, bro. Like, this is a big one. I'm hoping this man don't do that time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, LaPass, I think I read that he was willing to repay, you know, the funds that they saying he came up on. I don't know, man. How you feel about it?
This was one of the most bizarre things I ever. And I mean, it was some things. We done seen athletes trying to be drug kingpins, but insider trading. Relax. Insider trading. I mean, Dolphins coaches, but I mean, Spade, insider trading. Come on,
guard, bro.
Listen,
you know what this proves?
Bizarre things I've read, and Mychal Kendricks was supposed to be, you know, we've been watching Hard Knocks, and I know everybody been watching Hard Knocks. And on the last episode of Hard Knocks, Mychal Kendricks was up there basically telling the Browns everything they needed to know about Philly. Like, oh, this guy can't block this way, and when you get to this guy, do this, and this quarterback do this, and if you rattle Nick Foles, he was up there spilling the beans. Mychal Kendricks was like a big time acquisition for the Browns. And shockingly, I told Spade, I said, usually, I mean, unless they want to make an example out of you like Martha Stewart, usually these guys that do insider trading, these guys get a huge fine. They get a huge fine. They have to pay back the bread that, you know, that they made. And they be on probation, of course, but they usually don't go to jail. Mychal Kendricks may be one of those guys, they like, oh, this NFL player, they might be trying to make an example out of this guy. They sent Martha Stewart to jail. Martha Stewart. So, listen, I don't want Mychal Kendricks to do 25 years in jail, bro. I don't.
I mean, I don't either, obviously.
But Jesus Christ, insider trading. And I agree with you 100%. Just because somebody went to Harvard, it's criminals everywhere, man. It's criminals everywhere. And, you know, the crazy thing, Spade, they were saying that they kind of felt like Mychal Kendricks, you know, he was like, oh, he kind of like was dropping the dime, like, oh, you know, I trusted my friend and blah, blah, blah. And this is a guy that I knew. But they was kind of feeling, they made it seem like Mychal Kendricks was kind of in on it because, I'm doing quote fingers, allegedly, he gave the guy like tickets to like Philly games and concerts that happened at like Lincoln Financial, like all up in Philly. He was giving away tickets.
Probably thinking them his homies though.
I mean, maybe. I mean, that could be it too. I mean, that's what he better say. Even if it was like, yo, I'm gonna give you these tickets, you give me these, you know, these insider trades. Let me know what's about to go down. But I mean, this is just crazy, Spade. I don't think I ever heard anything like this before. I mean, we heard guys trying to sell drugs, but insider trading, this is a new one. This is a new one for me.
You know what it proves, LaParis?
What's that?
You can never have too much money. Like,
that's true.
People on our pay scale, we look at these pro players and we be like, man, if we had that money, man, we'd be straight.
Word.
But in reality, when you get that money, you be trying to figure out how you can get that next level of money. And that's just the way it goes. And somebody probably came to him and say, look, man, I got this scheme. They probably tried to make it sound real good and told him, look, man, you know, this is completely legal. If we do this, this, and this, we'll make this. And you thinking, oh, wow, this is a great investment. You know, when you got money, you want to invest your money. It's a great investment. Who knows? We can flip this investment and make it where I can retire young. I ain't got to worry about any of the dangers of injuring my body long-term playing football. I can be out of here. My money can be straight. And then later, after you get a little more knowledge on it, you could be like, oh, man, what we did was wrong. So, obviously, I don't know how it went. You know, Kendricks, you know, hopefully you land on your feet, man. They don't like when you do that, bro. Let me ask you. Inside. Yeah.
If you don't go to jail, I'm laughing, but it's just weird.
Laughing,
if you don't go to jail for insider trading,
first of all, wipe that smirk off your face and then talk.
If you don't go to jail for insider trading and then he pay back the money, he pays back the money and he gets probation or whatever. You know, he's actually said he's been cooperating with all the legal people involved.
Yeah.
Do you see Mychal Kendricks getting on another team? Will you see somebody picking him up?
No, wait, let me make sure I understand the question. Are you asking me if I think if I believe that he deserves another chance, or if I think he'll be giving one?
No, I think I know you well enough to be like, yo, is anybody? He made a mistake, whatever. But do you see anybody picking this guy up? If you don't go to jail,
I want to say yes. I want to say yes because I mean, we've seen folks come back for stranger offenses, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say stranger, but we've seen folks come back from substance abuse multiple times.
Yes, babe. But so I'm gonna just say, let me just say this: them kind of like blue collar crimes. Like this is a white collar crime. I think people feel a little different. I think those people at the top, you know what I'm saying, feel a little different about white collar crimes from a guy like Mychal Kendricks.
You might be right. I mean, I think he's done everything in his power to look. After you've done something like that and you've been caught, the last thing people want you to do is lie. And
yeah.
Look, he said, "Hey, I was involved in it. I trusted a friend. I was wrong. I feel bad about it. I'm willing to pay back. I'm willing to work with law officials." I mean, I don't really know what else he could do. Now, you and I both know that don't mean nothing to the damn league. He still could be outie. Could be outie. But, I mean, once you caught in some shit, I don't know how you can handle it any better than that. Like, he handled it perfectly, in my opinion. But who am I?
I mean, I agree. I don't see it, Spade. I think he might be done. And I hate to say it because he won a Super Bowl with Philly, and I felt like he was a key pickup for the Browns. And I feel he might be done, bro. I don't think he'll get another opportunity. I hope I'm wrong. But that's how I feel right now. I don't feel like if everything work out and he pay it back and he just get probation, pay the fine, don't go to jail. I still don't see him. I still don't see him back in the league. I could be wrong though. I'm interested to know how the fans feel, though. Supporters of the show, do you see Mychal Kendricks landing on his feet, getting another gig in the NFL? I hope I'm wrong, but I don't. Spade, you ready to move on?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Got to talk about one of the guys that you know, me and you kind of be caping for a long time. We feel like this young man gets a lot of slander, unwarranted slander. Like, I don't think this kid is as bad of a player. I don't think he's a bad player at all. But people make it seem like he's trash. And I'm talking about Teddy Bridgewater. If you guys didn't know, Teddy Bridgewater looked solid coming back from his injury, playing in the preseason with the Jets. I think Teddy Bridgewater signed with the Jets because he felt like he had a real opportunity there to be the guy. But, you know, things happened. The Jets signed, they drafted Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold is actually penciled in as the week 1 guy. I want to get your thoughts on that, but not yet. Sam Darnold is penciled as the week 1 guy with the Jets. And Teddy Bridgewater was traded to the New Orleans Saints. So, Spade, before you go, I want to say, Teddy Bridgewater to the Saints, a lot of people they have mixed feelings. They're like, oh, but they have Drew Brees. I'm kind of one of those guys, Spade. I feel like Teddy Bridgewater could have went somewhere and been an instant starter. Now, where that is, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people were throwing Jacksonville out there. Now, I know they just paid Blake Bortles, but Blake Bortles got one of those friendly kind of, one of them team-friendly things where it'd be like, yo, Blake got this deal, but we can cut Blake, and Blake, we can get $12 million. Like, we only have to pay him like $12 million or something crazy like that. But I felt like if Jacksonville would have busted a move for Teddy Bridgewater, I kind of feel like Blake Bortles would have been like, oh, you know, kind of would have made his arm hair and stand up and be like, okay,
yeah,
I better play because Teddy Bridgewater back there. Spade, talk to me about Teddy Bridgewater, Saints, traded to the Saints, and talk to me about Sam Darnold being penciled in as the Jets starter.
Let's start with the Saints. First of all, I'm elated for Teddy Bridgewater. I wanted Teddy to somehow end up in Miami. Y'all know I'm a Dolphin fan.
I like Ryan
Tannehill.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Tannehill. I didn't know, and we still really don't know just how Ryan Tannehill is going to be affected by the injury. And I think it's always in this NFL where injuries are a sure thing, man. I mean, not for everybody, obviously. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but injuries are a part of the NFL, and you kind of have to somewhat plan for them, as crazy as that sounds. And, you know, I felt like trying to snatch up Teddy Bridgewater, a Miami kid, to be the backup for Tannehill, I thought that was the move. However, if that didn't work, I like this right here. Drew Brees is 39 years old, bruh. And this team is set up. They got a dual running back system that can get it done on the ground and in the passing game. They just picked up Cam Meredith. They taught Ted Ginn how to catch. They got Thomas over there who's looking like a beast. The weapons are there. And I'm going to be honest with you. This ain't no shade to the Vikings, who's got a great defense, and there's no shade to the young rebuilding Jets team. But right now, if something was to happen and Teddy Bridgewater steps in, this New Orleans Saints offense is the best offense Teddy Bridgewater has ever played with. Ever. It's the best offense he's ever played with. And we got a chance to see Teddy play at a high level with lesser talent. So it ain't no telling what Teddy could do if he could stay healthy. Once again, injuries is still the placeholder. It's the asterisk that you got to put because you never know when that can happen. But I'm telling you, man, if Drew Brees decides after another year or even another year or two that he wants to hang it up, to have Teddy Bridgewater back there, I think that's pretty valuable. And the NFL has gone to this new system where, you know, a 25-year-old quarterback, they don't really put much value in them. Oftentimes, usually they'll want to go to the draft. But you look at the value that Garoppolo had. Garoppolo had an opportunity to kind of sit back, learn from one of the best, and it paid off for him, and it's going to pay off for the 49ers. Looked like it already paid off for him. And I feel like Teddy Bridgewater could be the next quarterback to deliver in that same type of way, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy because you think about it. If Drew Brees, I mean, the way quarterbacks playing now, these guys, they swear to God they're going to play to like 45. But let's just give Drew Brees a good 3 more years. If Drew Brees played 3 more years and Teddy is there for 3 more years, he's still only 28. You can still potentially get another 10 years from Teddy Bridgewater because quarterbacks is playing damn near to they 40. So if Teddy Bridgewater stay there another 10 years, that'd be 28 to 38. I mean, goodness. Like it could be a situation. I just felt like, and I understand that point, but I just thought Teddy Bridgewater could be one of those guys that can play this season if he would have went to a team like Jacksonville. But I guess they didn't want to put that pressure on Blake Bortles because Blake Bortles is one of those guys. Whew, when he look good, you be like, look at Blake Bortles. But when he bad, he looks terrible. So yeah. I think Sean Payton know what he's doing down there in New Orleans, and like I said, as long as Drew Brees ain't playing till he like 45, 46 years old, I don't have a problem with Teddy Bridgewater being down there and know you. Like I said, if Drew Brees saying, I got 3 more years, Teddy is set up. I mean, that team is still a young team. That team is set up. It's set up. So
I agree.
I don't have a Spade. Talk to me about Sam Darnold, please. Getting the penciled in as the guy with the Jets.
The only thing we can say, man, is I got to give him his props. Sam Darnold has looked better than I expected him to look in this preseason. I know it's just preseason before somebody comes back and states the obvious. It's just preseason, but this kid has looked good. One of the things that I was concerned about was him turning the ball over. He did this a lot at USC, and I was worried that he was going to carry that. Because, look, man, you can coach a person up, and that'll work until they get in a situation where their instincts take over. Once your instincts take over, you kind of forget what you've been coached up to do. So I didn't know what was the real him. Is the turnover Sam Darnold the real him? Or was that just a rough showing or whatnot? But the kid has looked good. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see this happening because I didn't think they wanted that pressure on Darnold. Regardless of how well he looked in the preseason, I honestly thought McCown was the starter. And I think I said that before. And I think we talked about it. But I really thought McCown was the guy. And I thought absolute worst case scenario would be that they put Darnold at 3rd string and they kept Teddy just because they didn't want to rush Sam on the field. But at the same time, we're talking about a New York market that's ready to see some progress. This team been going down since the last couple of years of Rex Ryan, and they want to see some greatness. And sometimes the fans will get in your ear and be like, hey, we took this guy. We want to see what he could do. Throw him out there. And I guess they said, okay, took this guy, number 3 overall. I guess they feel like he's ready.
I want to say this,
bro.
Man.
I didn't see it coming.
You spoke on Sam Darnold kind of protecting the ball, but I want to let me just be devil's advocate. Sam Darnold has the lowest out of all the rookie quarterbacks, the lowest yard per attempt average this preseason. So I don't think they wasn't really taking those shots. They was really just check down, throwing underneath drags. They was I guess in your bag. And maybe that was to build his confidence, like, oh, I can do this. Maybe that's why they did it in preseason, to build that confidence, like, oh, I can do this. I agree with you. I thought McCown was the guy. If you look at I didn't feel like McCown had a terrible year last year. The Jets were. I didn't think the Jets would win a game last year. I think they were way better than what I thought they were going to be, and I think McCown was a factor in the Jets being solid. I don't want to say solid because they ain't made no playoffs, but they were definitely better than what I thought. And now Sam Darnold is going to get thrown into that fire, and I just hope it pans out. He's a young guy. If it starts bad, Spade, it can be one of those situations where it can ruin this guy's confidence, and then they'll really be up, you know what, creek, because a young quarterback that you took this high, ruin his confidence. I don't know. Spade, what are we expecting from the Jets this year? Give me like a win total.
Hold up. Let me take a peek at their schedule, bro. Hold up. I'm not even finna you ain't finna get me like that. Hold on.
The Jets kind of, they always want
to losing to my Dolphins solid
twice. Defense. They losing to your Dolphins twice?
Twice. Let me peep the schedule right quick.
Spade just said they losing to the Dolphins twice.
All right, so they start off at Detroit. I don't know. They got Miami at home. That's a loss. They go at Cleveland. That's a loss. They go at Jacksonville. That's a loss. They got Denver at home. That's a loss.
Oh, my God.
They got the Colts at home. That's one. They might even beat Detroit. So I got them. They got 2 wins so far. They got Minnesota at home. That's a loss.
You giving them Detroit? You giving them game 1?
I think I'm gonna give them Detroit.
Okay.
They got Minnesota at home. That's a loss. At Chicago, they just got Khalil Mack. That's a loss. At Miami, that's a loss. Buffalo, that's another dub. They go 3 wins. Patriots, that's a loss. Tennessee, you know what? I'm going to give them that Tennessee game. All right, where we at? 4 wins?
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo, Houston, Green. Woo, I got them win. You know, I'm going to be generous and say they're going to win 5 games. I got them 5-11, and that's me being generous.
For 5 wins.
Listen, bro. Let me take it a step further. If they win more than 5 games this season, I'm buying a Sam Darnold jersey.
Wow.
I'm going to rock it on the show. If they win 6 games this year, 6 or more, I'm buying a
replica,
jersey.
right? It better be a replica. You better not get no Sam Darnold authentic.
No, I mean, I'm going all out. I want the stitched on joints. I want them shits conceited be wearing.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not letting you buy
Don't worry about it, bro. They not winning no 6 games. I just gave you their schedule.
I think they can get 6, bro. I think they can get 6.
Go through their schedule. Who you got them beating? You got them beating Detroit?
Spade, you got Miami winning twice. I think they splitting with Miami. So that's
even if they split with us.
That's the 6th game right there. You said you gave them 5, but you got them
No.
twice.
No, I just threw them that. Okay, look. I got them beating Detroit. Let's say they beat Miami. You got them beating Cleveland in Cleveland?
I think that can be a close game.
Close only count in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I mean, close meaning can go either way. That just could come down to a field goal. I feel like the Jets
so
defense
you got them starting off 3-0. Okay, I got it.
No, not 3-0. They losing to Detroit. Okay,
so you got them starting off 2-1. All right, so that's 2. You got them beating Jacksonville?
No.
You got them beating Denver?
No.
You got them beating the Colts?
They can fight with the Colts. I'll give them the Colts. I'm kind of iffy because I want Andrew Luck to be back to Andrew Luck, but I'll give him that.
All right, Minnesota, so no. You got them beating the Vikings?
No.
You got them beating Chicago?
No.
They just got Khalil Mack. All right. Now here go the Dolphins again. We win one of these joints.
I think they're going to split with the Dolphins. So however you want to do it.
Fine. You still ain't got them with nothing but 3.
Okay, they're going to beat the Bills twice. That's 5.
Twice? They sweeping the Bills.
They're going to beat the Bills twice, bro.
That's 4. What they going to do with the Patriots?
Spade, they always, regardless who it is, they always play the Patriots stuff. I think they can split with New England. I'm saying.
Wow, okay, so that's 5. What they doing with Tennessee?
They're going to beat Tennessee.
That's
you see how Mariota look? Mariota look trash, bro.
What they
I'm
doing?
Sorry.
So you got them, bro.
I got them with 6 wins.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
6.
Okay.
That's 6 on the dot. I give them 6.
Okay. Tyrod, if you watching the podcast, the Paris just picked y'all to lose. Jarvis Landry been walking around blessing folks the whole doggone.
I'm saying that can go either way. It can come down to like a field goal.
I asked you to make a man's decision. Are they beating the Browns or not, sir? Don't do this politician shit with me, sir.
That's 6 games. They're not beating Houston. They're going to beat Buffalo twice. They're going to beat Tennessee. They're going to split with New England. They're not beating Green Bay.
No, I don't like that you saying they're going to split with New England and they're going to split with Miami, but they sweeping the Bills.
What you mean?
They're going to beat the Patriots once and the Dolphins once, but
they're going to sweep the
Bills. Buffalo?
Yes.
Buffalo can't catch them slipping once.
No. Do you see the Bills? No. It's shady a bus out there. Old boy talking about he want to play with a more accurate quarterback. The ball is hitting Benjamin in the face, and he's still not catching it. No, they're gonna listen. I want to go hard on this podcast, but I don't want to curse. You know what it is with the Bills. You know what it is.
I know.
I hope the Bills don't win a game.
But that's personal. You trying to let your personal feelings for
No,
Buffalo.
they're not beating. The Bills are not beating the Jets. They want to sweep. If the Bills beat anybody, they beating your Dolphins.
What? Man, come on, because I don't like you really talking crazy. I'm sick. This is my flu game, and nah, you're not coming for us like that.
All right, Spade, we can move on. We can move on to the last.
Wrap it up for me, bro.
Listen, the last topic right here. It's not the strong arm performer. We bringing back the pick'em games. It's 2 big major games in college football right here. You guys didn't know, let me tell you something. Me and Spade damn near had a verbal. It was a verbal altercation. We almost, if I was in front of him, we probably would have arm wrestled or something. That's how pissed Spade had me. It's been It's been a long time coming for the start of the college football season. Spade, the Pick'em games is back, and we talking about LSU, Miami, Florida State, VTech. It's 2 Pick'em games. We bringing it back in dramatic fashion. Spade team, the Canes, versus LSU, the Tigers. Florida State, the Noles, playing against VTech. What's a Hokie? What the hell is a Hokie? Spade, I'm taking it to you right now. Who winning these games? Who winning both of them?
Bro, I got a question. How you read? What do this mean when it say line? FSU negative 7.0. You know how to read all that? Because I don't know.
Yes, I do. That mean they got us to win by 7 points. So you got to play the spread. To play the spread, they have to win by 8 points. To go against the spread, they got to win by 8.
Let me tell you something. LePairs know that gambling stuff. All right, so y'all favored in this game against the Hokies.
Yes, we're favored. Yes.
Y'all number 19. They number 20.
What's your spread though?
You guys.
Why you looking at that spread? What's your spread?
Bro, hold on. Let me do my research, dog.
I want to know your spread, bro. I know
when Jordan showed up. Do you think when Jordan showed up for the flu game, Pippen was pressing him? Relax, bro. I'm finna score 60. Relax.
Tell me your spread, bro.
I'm getting there, bro. Hold on.
Okay.
You guys have announced y'all quarterback. Am I right?
Yes, we did.
And it is Francois.
That's right.
Correct.
I love Francois. I feel like we're gonna get the ball out quicker. This year. We know we had some offensive line troubles last year, and got these guys, especially in game 1, they got Francois killed against Bama. Bama was sending blitzes.
Offensive line trouble for about 3 years.
They were sending them heaters non-stop against Francois, and I was worried about Francois, but he's back now.
So, you saying Taggart offense gonna like reduce y'all offensive line problems?
That's right, because we're gonna get the ball out quicker with Taggart. They ain't gonna be running 20-yard downfield routes.
I got y'all winning this game, bro, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
Not because I like the Seminoles or anything like that, but Francois is tough as nails, bruh. We was killing that kid when we played against y'all. He just kept getting up. I said, this is crazy. Stay down, kid. You gonna get hurt fooling around with us. He kept getting up. Kid tough as nails, man, and for that reason, I got y'all winning a close one. Y'all might not even make the spread. Y'all supposed to win by 7. Y'all win by 6.
What's your spread, Spade?
I went through with y'all. I'm gonna get the odds. I would say Miami negative 3.5. What that mean? We favored by a field goal?
Yes. So that means they got to win by. If you picking LSU, they got to win by 4.
Whoa! I don't gamble, sir. Sir, I do not gamble. Whoa. Okay. I don't gamble.
Okay.
Let me tell you who I got in this game right here.
This is where we had the argument. This is because you was an LSU fan. Spade was on your neck.
It's all about the you. Get LSU out of here. Get the SEC out of here. Best team in the state of Florida. Canes up. Get the turnover chain ready. We're going to be passing that shit around so much Sunday that we probably going to be getting carpal tunnel in our arm. Just passing the turnover chain. You get the chain. Before we can hang it over somebody's head, it's going to be another turnover. Wait, hold up. That didn't really work right. Hold up. It's going to be, like, we're going to be no score. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a turnover like a pick 6, and before we can hang it on the dude's head, when they get the ball, we're going to get another turnover. We're going to have to whip it off of his head and throw it on somebody else, and it's going to be Canes all day.
Spade, are you picking?
Do all the talking.
Are you picking with your mind or your heart, bro?
Bro. Don't question me, bro.
You already know I'm going Florida State. Yeah, you already know I'm going Florida State over VTech.
Are you picking with your mind or your heart, bro?
No. I feel like Tiger offense is going to definitely help the issues that we had. So now you just love Tiger?
You was just crying because Jimbo left. You was sad.
No, I wasn't. What?
Yes, you was sad, bro.
Damn a Jimbo. Wow. Who was a Jimbo?
Oh, so now you don't like Jimbo?
Oh, wow. Only Jimbo we respect is Jimbo from South Park. That's the only Jimbo we like.
Big different now.
Listen, I'm going LSU over the Canes. LSU allegedly have a quarterback now. I don't even know who it is, but they say they got a quarterback now.
That's what they say. I don't even know who he is, but you.
I don't care. I'm not picking the Canes. I'm not picking the Canes. LSU. I ain't gonna say big. I think we're gonna have a hell of a game. I think both games gonna be hell of a games. Great games. Never lost.
Hey Siri.
Florida State. LSU. LSU don't
you
let
better
me
be
down.
glad.
I'm picking LSU and FSU. LSU and FSU. LSU and FSU. That's what I'm picking. Spade, what? How you gonna feel when you come back? We do our show. We do our show
like the damn champ. That's how I'm gonna feel.
Bro,
victorious.
Talk, bro.
Nah, you
how
can't
you
because you
talking
talking crazy.
When you come back, we do our show next week, and the Canes done lost.
I don't know.
Man, you had a heated argument about you. See, you ain't even really. I get it. You sick. I blame it on your cold. You sick because you was on LSU head, boy.
Yeah, they trash.
Oh my gosh.
Trash.
Wow.
You heard what I said?
Is Miami ready to deal with the SEC? Because y'all couldn't even deal with the Big Ten last year.
Are y'all ready to deal with the ACC?
Business.
Okay. The question is, are y'all ready to deal with the ACC? Y'all was sub 500 last year. Don't talk to me. Get your wins up, and then we can converse. Right now, I'm not trying to converse with no sub 500 teams. All right?
That's good. Spade, before I close the show, you got anything else to add?
Come out here with a team sub 500 and question me. I'm not on trial.
Bro, we're a different team. We got a different coach. It ain't the same scheme.
You know what I'm saying?
Schemes over teams.
Who was in the ACC championship game? Was y'all? That's what I thought.
Did y'all even win?
I said we was in it.
Y'all lost the ACC championship game, and y'all lost to Wisconsin. Y'all lost to Wisconsin.
Bro, go ahead and wrap the show, bro. I'm sick.
Bro, y'all lost. Y'all got it. Did y'all get hammered by Wisconsin? Let me look up the score real quick.
Bro, wrap the show, bro.
I'm just saying.
They trying to get the word.
Did y'all lose to Wisconsin?
Bro, they trying to get the work.
Oh, okay.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in to the show, man. Hey, I know at the start of the show we was a little rusty. It's been a while since we done a show. I'm sick. We're going to get it together, though, man. Thank y'all for coming through like y'all always do. If you don't want to see two guys talking in a box, we got audio podcasts everywhere. iTunes, SoundCloud, ऊPodOmatic. Go through and show your love there. Go ahead, LePass.
Listen, man.
I'm in a good mood with you, bro.
I'm just... Spade get like that when you talk about his Canes. I don't know why you get like this.
Because you ain't got no reason to talk about us. We better than y'all.
It's a game. What do you mean? The Pick'em games is back. It's a game. We got to talk about these. Hey,
You've never finished a Pick'em game season.
That's not true. That's not true.
You never won.
The first Pick'em game season, I beat your ass. What are you talking about?
No, you did not, bro. Check the tape.
Check the tape.
Because you think you go back and pull the footage.
Pull the footage. Check the tape. Listen, man. I'm in the show. Hey, leave in the comment section down below. The Pick'em game is back, y'all. LSU versus Miami, Florida State.
I hope the Hokies win. I just hope the Hokies win.
Oh, wait, you changing?
I'm going for the Hokies.
You changing?
I'm going for the Hokies. I hope they come out there and play beamer ball on y'all ass. That's what I hope.
So you... The beamer ball is special team, so you change it, Spade. Let's just get this straight. Who are you picking?
I'm sick, bro. Just wrap the show, dog.
Bro, who are you picking? Because you done said FSU and VTech. Who are you picking?
I would like to hedge my bet and pick both.
Nah, hell nah. Right. You see what he doing, y'all? This how we starting. Nah.
What you mean, bro? I'm sick. I don't get a pass because I don't feel
Leave in the comment section down below. Who do you guys have winning? Both pick'em games. I'm going LSU, FSU. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go, Nose. Listen.
That's trash. How you gonna root against your conference, bro? How you gonna do that?
Cause y'all lost.
Trash.
Bro, y'all had one job last year. Beat Wisconsin. Y'all didn't.
Our job was to beat y'all. We did that.
Oh, but you want to beat up on the conference. Okay. Listen. We want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. As usual, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. Hit the bell. It's a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It sends a notification to your mobile device to let you know that a new episode has been uploaded to YouTube. If you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, ऊPodOmatic, iTunes. We everywhere. We cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support. Also, remember, if you want iTunes, if you're new to our iTunes, go write a review, leave a rating. It helps out the podcast. You guys have been doing a great job with that. Cannot thank you enough. Spade, Florida State or VTech, who you picking?
I'm sick, bro.
Okay. Y'all heard what he said. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.